Two people are in agreement to that. That's Drynitz, the leader of Hammer Time, who just bested Bernal Empires, and Luis Fernando. So it is still a possibility. Bernal Empires has 4, or no, they still have 3 league points. Hammer Time has 1 league point.
Ew.
Wow. Because they lost against FNATIC. Bernal Empires are still in the lead against Hammer Time.
Well, there is a different opinion as well.
Yes.
Someone, Sean Kane, an active user, thinks that we're going to see hashtag RU. Says, I feel like people are sleeping on hashtag RU. Feel like if hashtag RU can play like they did yesterday, they can win it all.
All right.
That's from Sean Kane.
All right. Thanks, Sean Kane. He is an active participant here on Twitter, and we thank him for his comments, as always, from everybody. And we want to remind everybody, too, that betting is going to be open as soon as the face-off starts. As a reminder, all you have to do is use that exclamation point bet, then the number of points, followed by the team name. If you're out of points, don't worry. There's 10 points for you right now. You always get reset back to 10 points. If you have any questions, make sure to ask chat itself. Remember, only 4 minutes is open from the beginning of the face-off. All right, I'm excited about this series. FNATIC versus River of Blood. Let's be frank, all right? We've seen FNATIC at their worst, I'll say, in the last couple of months. And even at their worst, they're still one of the best when it comes to the WGLNA. Last week, Hammer Time showed them a good series. It showed some very close engagements, brawls, and also small movements, small windows of opportunity. And Hammer Time was able to execute on some of those small windows, but FNATIC showed them how it was done. Captain Blood and his crew, River of Blood, they're always a lot of fun. And what we saw last week, they swept their opponents, the Googly Bobbers, and that was some vengeance coming out of the Season 3 playoff match that happened. They lost that tiebreaker against Googly Bobbers, forcing them to play against Simple Tankers, losing to Simple Tankers, and losing out of the opportunity to make it to the Season 3 finals. They don't want to be a Cinderella story. They swept the decks with Googly Bobbers last week. The journey has just begun for River of Blood, and they have the wind at their backs, and they've set sails for victory. Their toughest opponent, however, in the regular season is tonight. And with that, I invite both the gentlemen representing these two teams via our face-off. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. How's it going, guys?
We have Canaduck, the
Canadian pirate.
The Canadian pirate, the minister of PR here joining us. But we're going to talk to Nagatron first. Last week, Nagatron, you were able to defeat Hammer Time. It took some great effort, though. Is last week's match a portend that teams are continually improving in the WGLNA?
Definitely. Teams are definitely getting better all the time. I think they're the best they've ever been this season, and our competition is the strongest it's ever been this season. So we showed them respect, and we played it a little slower. It went pretty much the way we expected, aside from a couple of hiccups, and we've got more.
Were you able to make any polish or adjustments in order to get rid of some of those hiccups, or was that kind of just haphazard things that happened?
Pretty much everything that happened that caused a loss or a draw was out of our control. For a large part, lag affected us very, very badly on mines in particular. Two of our guys couldn't really play. On Cliff, we would have been able to actually spot a 90 and potentially pick up the T1 at the end, had relics not completely disconnected. So I'm not super concerned about it. I think we're playing pretty well, and we've got a lot of stuff to work on, a lot of strategies to show. So probably won't be seeing a lot of the same stuff today.
All right, all right. Well, let's talk to Captain Blood. Well, excuse me, Canaduck, standing in for Captain Blood tonight. How are you guys feeling about your revenge match against Googly Bobbers from last week?
We're feeling pretty good. It was good to get that first one right off the bat. We didn't want to go down 0-1 to start the season. We played pretty good the first map, but made a couple of mistakes in the second and third. Wasn't as clean as we would have liked it to be, but it was a 3-0 nevertheless, so it was good to get that good clean start.
All right, in pirate fashion, I'm going to ask this question. Are you prepared to swing the cutlass of justice once more against FNATIC?
We're going to do our best. We know that we're the underdog in this, so there's no pressure on us. If we win, we win. Bonus.
All right. Do you have any words for your opponents before we start?
These guys have been around as long as we have, so there's no need to do any unnecessary trash talk. Just good luck, and this should be a good one.
Nagatron, any words?
I feel the same way.
All right, no unnecessary trash talk between either of these gentlemen. Thank you very much.
What about unnecessary trash talk?
Well, you know, I was asking Macho Man if he could come in today for some, you know, just excitement. But he's up in heaven, as you know, and RNG Jesus wouldn't let him go today. But maybe in the next couple of weeks, he'll come down and grace us with his presence.
We look forward to that. Indeed. Thank you, gentlemen. Best of luck on the battlefield.
Thank you, guys.
All right, there you have it. There you have it. Canaduck, always the stoic.
I just wanted him to let out a little R.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're so piratey. River of Blood, Captain Blood. He sent me something earlier today.
Do you like my Cutlass of Justice?
I did like the Cutlass of Justice.
That's a pirate weapon.
There's no Cutlass of Justice, but there are certainly many Cutlass.
Maybe there's pirate justice on the high seas.
It's a little bit...
it's a little bit weird.
Yeah.
How those rules work.
Justice.
It's parlay. It's all you have to do. You just parlay with them.
Yeah, that's if you're on the other boat. You can't just parlay with people in your own crew.
Yeah.
I mean,
let's take a look at the rosters between these two teams. Rookhill, who are some of the team individuals you're looking forward to the most in tonight's match?
Definitely, of course, looking forward to people like Nagatron, Antonio Handsome, Militant 83. Especially Militant 83, he was doing fantastic damage and accuracy. Also, Soviet was doing great damage last time with 88%. On the side of River of Blood, Canaduck was a pretty high performer, good accuracy, but Dodoma was absolutely brilliant with about 6,000 damage. But the thing to watch out for was 96% accuracy. 96%. That's like one miss, maybe two.
In one of those battles, he did over 3,500 damage, which was quite impressive at a 5,100. And we noticed that. This guy knows how to play this tank. And if there's one person that FNATIC needs to concentrate on, if there's multiple tanks for them to fire first at, it's Dodoma. Well, I'm sure they have a lot of other things they need to worry about here against River of Blood. This is going to be an uphill battle for River of Blood. It always is when they're up against FNATIC. But as Nagatron has said, and as we've noticed, each of these teams are getting better and better and better. And they have some rules they need to follow. May not be pirate rules, but they're Rookhill's rules for victory.
Yep. Well, I made him a little pirately. First one is blow the man down. Make shots count. If you landed him, it's going to be just fine. Fortunately, Canaduck was here today, so I felt like I wanted to make him a little more Canadian, so I'll just throw A on the end of everything. Second rule is dead men tell no tales. A. Following that, command from the crow's nest. Now, that's the thing about scouting. Commander needs to be in the right place, and saw Captain Blood in some weird spots. I'm looking at, who was the T1? It was, yeah, Captain Blood and GQ were a little bit out of place. I felt like they could have been covered better by their allies on River of Blood. Just not there all the time, and I like to see that, a T1 with a T8 covering it, 5100 IS3 something, usually 5100 or 1390, just not being covered sometimes and getting wasted. If they can improve on that, it might work out better, especially because of the way that FNATIC is going to be using their T1s in these battles.
Battle number 1 is going to take place on Ensk, our map of the week. Looking forward to this matchup because it's always an entertaining series with both of these teams, especially when they're going head-to-head. A dark horse, maybe, but definitely the underdog. Some people are definitely putting some bets down for River of Blood. And here we go. Battle number 1 is almost ready. Rookhill, what do we have for tanks?
For tanks, I'm looking at 3 AMX 5100s, 2 IS3s. On the side of FNATIC in the red, in the blue, River of Blood will have 2 5100s and 3 IS3s.
Not a mirror matchup. There is that difference.
Yeah, it's that little bit of a switch. Let's bring 3 IS3s. Let's bring 2 5100s against. Let's bring 3 5100s. Let's bring 2 IS3s. You want the alpha or you want the burst?
Yeah. In the north, in the blue, River of Blood. South, FNATIC are shooting at some walls there. I guess to get rid of some of that cover. Canaduck will be looking down the 6-line, 5-line. And FNATIC's spread has actually gone to more of a defensive spread in the southwest corner. Checking in with the rest of FNATIC, or excuse me, River of Blood.
Well,
Savagey, Striker, Golem, they're in the northwest corner, but no one has passed the E-line.
And And as far as FNATIC, we got Militant sitting in a keyhole. We got everybody else chilling out in their little areas. Cute spot from Relics, actually. Let's take a look at that. Relics using one of the buildings as cover, and also a bush. It's nice because he's got his front sticking out, but the rest of his tank is snug in a bush, allowing him a nice view up the 5 line, which of course doesn't actually get all that much action. No one would ever push up there, but you know, might as well keep it covered anyway. Friction, another defensive position looking up the 4 line. Soviet, Nagatron, Antonio Handsome, Jackie, sitting in the campiest positions you can get in the southwest. Very defensive. They're just going to wait this first battle out.
One tank is spotted to the south. Doc Gullum and Savagey. One shot from Doc Gullum fires up against Friction. No connection. Doc Gullum and Savagey are going to wait. Dodoma in the 5100. Still rocking back and forth down the Echo line. And Striker's going to head towards Foxtrot and head even more south. And he's able to see Nagatron.
Ah, a little bit of proxy spotting going on there. With that, I guess one of them's going to have to find... Oh, wow. Doc Gullum's going to take a shell. And that is from Friction off in the south. Nice shot. Little spotting. And they're going to move up.
Yep. Riverblood's going to continue to push past. Savagey takes a hit for 412, but they're trying to get past the Foxtrot Road and get even closer. Canaduck is the only one down the railroad tracks.
You know, Relic's position in that bush, I was talking about it not being useful earlier. Potentially it will be. River of Blood has a good chance of actually pushing up the 5 line and trying to flank through there. It's interesting how these things work out. Huh. River of Blood here to prove me wrong.
Still 2 tanks are spotted for River of Blood instead of FNATIC. Could we see a reset here coming out of FNATIC past the 5-minute mark?
It's a little late to get rid of Nagatron at this point.
Yes.
He can't pull out easily. He'd probably lose him at that point.
Shot fired. Looks like that one did not connect anywhere.
He didn't even see where it went.
It's only Savagey and Doc Gullum that have taken any damage. No one's taken any damage on the side of FNATIC.
Nope. Spotless tanks everywhere. Friction's a little dirty from running through rubble, but I mean, aside from that, he's just fine. Soviets sit back. Jackie's still watching an incredibly thin angle.
All right, so looking at the positioning of FNATIC versus River of Blood. River of Blood, the one strength that they have is they could pounce on FNATIC if they go up the 1 line, which is not going to be the case because FNATIC's not going to make that type of decision. When they get closer, can FNATIC fan out and then surround them, almost completely encircling them?
It'll be more of a, like a deflection. You're kind of just blocking one spot and then kind of slipping another little group into the weak spot. It's less of a surround and more of a reply.
Yeah. Well, take a look at where River of Blood is currently set. Canaduck is the furthest to the north, waiting for anything to cross against that flag, which could potentially be a setup for a flag cap. However, none of these tanks are going to be close enough to capture that flag without taking significant damage. Doc Gullum and Savagey have taken that damage. Rylak's blind firing in his IS-3. While Striker and Nagatron are playing the staring game, really. They're not moving whatsoever.
Yeah, there's not moving at all. Almost every single member of FNATIC has been entirely motionless. Only Militant 83 and Friction have been moving around enough. Everyone else has been just stone cold. Soviets been sitting in the same spot, unmoving, for the past 5.5 minutes. Jackie Rudo, just about still. I mean, he's moved a little bit. He knocked that tree over a little while ago. Poor tree. And this fence. But Antonio Handsome, he's also destroyed himself a house. Now he's just kind of waiting in a reactive position. I think he's just going to wait for someone to be spotted going down the 1 line. He's going to pop out.
Canaduck.
Go him up.
Yeah, Canaduck still staying in the same position. 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Rylak firing even more. This tactical, you think tactics are not really moving. Tactics is to wear down the opponent mentally, to make him think, I don't know where they're doing. I don't know where they're at.
Strategy glitch.
What type of strategy are they trying to perform here? And when it reaches 3:30, maybe FNATIC will completely move.
Maybe.
Rylak still doing that blind fire. Doc Golem and Savagey hugging. Battle buddies. Staying tight to this corner while Stryker stays in his position as well to scout Nagatron.
Well, Nagatron's going to be just chilling out. Right in the little building. I want to see an arty shell just come right through here. Like this. And just... Hi, Nagatron. He's got a snake on the side of his
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Don't tread on me.
In a T1. Very easy to tread on you in a T1.
3 minutes, 5 seconds. If anybody's going to make a decision, it's going to be now.
Maybe Nagatron is going to do something. He shifted his tank. It's moved. It's very strange.
Doc Golem falls back to another position to look towards the flag cap once again. Nothing to see. Oh yeah, FNATIC is shifting.
Well, he shifted his tank. Oh, wait, no. No, he is moving.
No, they're all
He's
moving.
rolling.
Friction takes out Stryker.
Okay, that's one way to do it. Moves have occurred. Friction moved up, got the kill. Now they're going to actually begin their counter. Savage E, Doc Golem are completely screwed.
Oh, they are just gonna get demolished here. Pincer attack, Militant 83, Friction, they see him. Friction comes around the corner. Doc Golem is last alive with his battle buddy Savage E in his arms. Doc Golem's down. FNATIC can now push up. This is what we were
Dodo's
waiting for.
coming in. He's going to try to get a kill. I don't know if that's going to happen. Dodo is taking on 3 tanks. He's fighting Antonio, and now he should be dead. Assuming Antonio has a shell, he doesn't.
Nope, and Friction does. Friction is ready. He's waiting, and he doesn't fire. It's Soviet from behind, but super low health.
Snuck in there.
Jackie Rudo on his own against Arg and Canaduck. Jumping over to that position. Canaduck at 50%. Jackie Rudo fighting against Rylak. Here comes Militant 83 pushing up against him. Canaduck pushes across, trying to help out Rylak to stay alive. Can he do it? No. Rylak's going to fall in a matter of seconds. 3, 2, 1, and he does. Friction gets the kill.
Canaduck is just going to sit there hiding as best he can, unfortunately.
And Canaduck's the last alive. 1 minute and 5 seconds left. Friction gets the kill. FNATIC.
Working on timing?
The strategic tension. Again, when River of Blood has the feeling of we have to do something, guys, what do? It's too late. They get surrounded by FNATIC.
Yeah.
And look at this pincer attack. Beautiful. Move up to the one line where they know that their tanks are at. They were able to scout maybe one of them and creep up, kill. Creep up, kill. Keep going.
That wasn't creep up. That was creep up and then let's just go. Go all day and just annihilate
Well, that's
them.
because the rest of River of Blood had fallen back because of that. They had to continue to chase their targets.
FNATIC didn't know that at all.
Well, they sent one of their T1s up the railroad tracks to scout, and he was able to see who was moving up further to the north.
I don't think they had enough intel. I think the intel was about the same. You knew where 2 tanks were. You didn't know if they weren't there anymore. And then you got occasional spotting, but I think FNATIC should have been able to get that move execute at least 3 or 4 minutes earlier than that. Because while they did wait for River Blood to say, let's move up, there was all this wasted time where...
Without looking at your screen, how many tanks did FNATIC lose?
None.
1.
1.
Relics.
1. Oh, he's not a tank.
Yes, he is.
No, Relics isn't people.
He's a fossil. No, he's not. He's not.
I'm just everyone pokes fun at Relics. We all know that. It's because he's ancient.
They do. Remember when I lobbed that transition to you?
Yeah.
And you just
like gave me the Relics, and I was just like, drop that one.
Crumbled. That's okay. Battle number 2 is going to take place on Prokhorovka. We're having fun. I know everyone else is having fun, and both these teams are having fun. What do we have for tanks?
Looking at them, 2 Pershings, T-69, 2 1390s, against 2 T-32s, 3 1390s. and a bunch of T1 Cunninghams for everybody. Opening scout runs. Not going to happen. Nope. FNATIC doesn't care. They're going east.
They're going east?
Yep.
Well, Canada's leading the charge going south from the northern position. Doc Golem's going to be following him from a distance. And nothing scouted yet as he... Well, they may keep crossing.
They're on the opposite sides of the map. They're not going to run into each other until they get near those train tracks.
Yeah, well, then not scouting anything is a key indicator for Canada and the rest of his team to keep moving. And they're going to keep moving south here on the western side, on the one line.
And if FNATIC had decided to just... Oh, never mind, spotting happened. If FNATIC had decided, let's go to the southwest and camp it up there, Canada would be dead right now.
Yes.
He would have been
Yes, he
completely
would be.
destroyed.
The Prime Minister... Not the Prime Minister. The... what did Riverblood call him?
What did they call him, Clutch? They had some kind of really formal title, I thought.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up later. Oh, the Minister of Propaganda. That's what it was.
Oh, that's what it was.
Canada is the Minister of Propaganda for River of Blood.
The thing is, though...
Oof, Rylag. Little...
It seems so Soviet of them, even though he's
does.
Canadian.
It does. 3 tanks spotted up north.
Dodo's taking some damage.
Savagey and Doc Golem are the ones that are closest. Relics is able to dodge one shot from Doc Golem. Dodoma takes a hit. So does Doc Golem now for 210.
All right, this is a situation I think we saw in FNATIC with, like, last week, and they did the same thing. They were able to just rip apart the T-32 sitting right there. Friction knows how to play it. Don't know if it was Friction last time, though. Might have been someone else in that Pershing.
Be careful, though, because Canaduck and Striker, well, mostly Canaduck are now moving up. I saw 2 light tanks. I was thinking it's both the 1390s. Incorrect. It's Canaduck and the T1. Doc Golem takes another hit for 267. Friction, however, gets hit. First damage dealt against FNATIC.
Okay. There's a little bit from River of Blood, able to actually do something. I don't know how they're going to be able to attack this position, because the counter is really difficult, and FNATIC would have to really drop the ball.
Well, do they try to hold to the north and defend their flag, or do they send the other 1390 and the T1 to the flag cap to the south?
You have to really exploit your opponent's mistakes to cross, because you have to find someone out of position, you have to be able to overmatch them, and then you have to actually execute on that. We saw that attempted earlier with Hammer Time versus Bernal Empires. Remember that one on Prokhorovka where Bernal Empires tried to cross over, and they failed to execute. They found someone caught off guard.
Yep.
They had that mistake made by Hammer Time. They just didn't execute, and it's about that. And Riverblood's going to have to find that mistake, which I'm not sure if FNATIC will be making anytime soon unless Nagatron gets himself killed. And if he does die in the south, that will mean an opening for Riverblood to slip through.
Well, Savagey and Doc Golem still going back-to-back here. Militant gets an easy shot against Savagey. Savagey has to fall back.
Jackie's incoming.
Guerrilla tactics.
Jackie just goes over.
And takes out Striker. T1 down.
That's one way to do it. Now he's going to back off. No damage taken. Just roll on up there. That's the advantage of having that T1 proxy spotting. Bring in the 1390. And no one's expecting it because you don't think FNATIC's going to be there doing anything. I guess that's the strategy they had with Ensk as well. Wait for them to be unawares and a little bit distracted, and they'll be fine.
Savagey and Doc Golem still playing the buddy game here, the battle buddies. Dodoma took some hits.
Canaduck is spotted. Relics just... No, Relics didn't go up. He popped on up. Roll on back down. You can see his little track marks right behind him. And he's able to get a little spotting here and there. Don't know how far that's going to get FNATIC, because I don't think they're gearing up at all to make a push. Soviet, as long as he's on the hill, we're going to be watching a passive game.
Passive, perhaps. But in the hands of who? FNATIC is up 1-0. And what we saw last time, they don't need to push at all. They can wait till the 250 mark, 230 mark. They have the HP still in their favor slightly. Still, the only tank that's taking damage is Friction. He's the only tank that's scouted right now from River of Blood.
Well, Savage is spotted. Where's Doc Golem that he's not able to get spotted?
Where is Doc Golem?
Yeah, where's he at?
He's
Oh,
right next to Savagey.
how did he manage that?
T-32, no cons.
So stealthy.
So stealthy.
Stealth T-32.
One
Yes.
of the biggest tanks people use in the WGLNA, and they can't even see him. Best
The
camo
ninja.
NA. Beverly Hills Ninja. Savagey fires a couple more shots towards the hill. No
Yeah,
dice. 4:23 left on the battle clock. Where's Arg? Well, he's way far away.
Mhm.
It's getting closer to Canaduck.
Hey, did you know Stryker got ammo racked earlier?
Oh, man, that burned out tank. That crew didn't make it.
No.
I'll have to identify the bodies via dental records.
I don't know if you can even do that after an explosion.
Dog tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they, well, yeah.
Dental.
It's usually just fires, but no explosions. Could be both. Have to ask a coroner.
It's a really weird question to ask a coroner.
Well,
It's just like, would you just walk up and be like, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" And just like straight up ask it, or would you like spend a few days? Being
I would. Hey, I would.
knowing stuff.
I
And
would-
then just drop that weird question.
I would preface that question. Preface. Excuse me. Preface. See, that's what happens. I'm working on learning Chinese now. My English suffers. I would say I'm going to ask you a question that's very, very specific, and the reason I ask this is because I commentate a video game called World of Tanks, which is one of the biggest video games in the world, and we see a lot of tanks explode. Now, if you had to identify the bodies of a crew after a tank exploded, what's the best way to do it? Is there a way to do it? Can it be dental records, or will the explosion cause those records to be shattered? That's how I would ask that question, Mukil.
That works.
I would give it enough context that the person being questioned would not think that I am crazy or too forward or lack any social grace.
I would just straight up ask. Like, "Hey, you're a coroner. Can I ask you some questions right now?"
Can you imagine being at a barbecue for July 4th and be like, somebody said, "What do you do for a living?" "I'm a coroner." It's not hungry anymore. He's the one cooking the burgers.
That would be super awkward.
Bummer. 2 minutes, 22 seconds. Will FNATIC push up again, as we saw on the previous map on Ensk? Still some time to do so, and Friction is the only one spotted. He's getting close. There's the push. Jackie Rudo and Soviet from up above. Doc Golem and Savagey, they're going to pull their turrets that way. Savagey still maintaining his presence towards the center, and here comes Militant and Friction. They're going to target fire the T-32s here. Militant fires.
Where are the connections? There's no connections.
Oh, there's a couple. One on Doc Golem. There's another one. He's tracked. And another one. Another one fall against him. And another one. They're staying alive for a long time. Driver falls for Savagey. Back to back once again.
That was a disgusting number of missed shells.
Phew. And another one. And they finally get those two T-32s. FNATIC took a lot of damage, though, but they took down plenty of tanks. But Dodoma surrounded Friction. Can they get the shot here? Oh, Militant. Is he reloading? He is still. Consistent fire tank. He's got it. And he gets it.
Easy peasy.
Canaduck and Rylac. A minute 15 for them to try to escape.
I'm pretty sure Soviet and Jackie have to be reloading at this point.
I would venture a guess that's true as well. Rylac, he's hurt. Tracked. Shots fired from far away.
They're not reloading. They're not reloading.
And Jackie's got it. And he bounced. No, he tracks him. And he's able to get it.
Stop saying he's got it. You're jinxing him. He's going to keep missing if you do that.
All right. I'll wait until they actually get it. I'll stop counting down in my head. It's helping me to
You want to. You want to
calculate the
say.
amount of reloads that are happening here.
Yeah.
Soviet on the run, able to get him. And then he gets it. Arg, last one alive. The T1 running for his life. Nope, he's already gone. He's gone. They got him. And FNATIC wins battle number 2 on Prokhorovka. This is a different type of FNATIC. As we mentioned yesterday, the FNATIC, the most dangerous team. And they're a team that is patient, and then they'll pounce. They are taking their time.
They wait until you're just sitting there complacent, like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
Nothing's happening, nothing's going
It's
on.
the Bambi principle, man.
Bambi principle?
Yeah, I explained it during the qualifiers.
Explain
You've
it again.
seen Bambi, right?
Yes.
Okay, you remember when they're all hiding out in the grass and the quail starts to freak out. And they're like, you just got to be quiet. You got to stay here and be quiet. She's like, no, they're coming for all of us. They're coming for all of us. And she takes off. And then,
it's horrifying.
Yes. Disney movie. That's the quail principle from Bambi. The Bambi principle.
That's actually horrifying.
Yeah, but that's a type of terror that strikes into someone knowing that that threat is coming towards you. You start shaking. You start thinking, I have to leave this scenario. Maybe if I'm able to escape from this presence I feel right now, this one location I feel right now, I can escape the type of terror that I'm feeling. And you take off, and that's when you're...
But River of Blood isn't doing that. They're actually just sitting there being cool, calm, and collected. So the hunters do come and get you.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what you do, you're dead.
So it's the horror film principle to where you're dead. There's nothing.
Unless you do become the monster yourself.
Yeah.
And then you are FNATIC, but you're actually River of Blood.
That'd be quite a story. That'd be quite a film.
It's crazy.
A low-budget horror film.
That's what a lot of them are.
The Goomba. That's what we would call it.
The Goomba. And all of a sudden a tank just comes and drops on you.
Or the Amorak.
Battle number 3. The Goomba.
All right. The Goomba. Battle number 3 is going to take place on Himmelsdorf between these two teams. Randall, what do we have for tanks?
Looking at 3 5100s, 2 IS-3s for the side of FNATIC. River of Blood's bringing 2 5100s, 3 IS-3s. You don't get to say mirror matchups, Clutch.
No, I don't. It's okay. I want to find out how well River of Blood is able to use the IS-3 Alpha Strike damage and awesome armor against the amazing firepower but glass cannon type tank that is an AMX 5100.
Well, we get to see that proven a lot.
More defensive play coming from FNATIC, or are they going to pounce quickly here? Are they going to be a mongoose rather than a snake?
I don't know what animal there are right now.
They're a Rikki-Tikki-Tavi.
They're like, but they're like 2 of him. They're like an amoeba thing. That's split itself into 2 cells.
Wow, you got really scientific. You're preparing.
I was
you're
so
preparing
bad
for the Cunninghams versus Googly Bobbers after this.
No, I'm horrible at biology.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just miserable. Just absolutely bad.
Taking a look at River of Blood spread, they got a couple of tanks down 6, 7, and 8. None have passed through the courtyard, but Doc Golem is waiting down Tank Alley for a little bit here. To the west, we got FNATIC. A lot of FNATIC on the west.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch FNATIC off guard with this one by actually pushing, but Nagatron is on the hill. He's found Striker. Striker gets only a few connections. Nagatron not getting any connections as well, and it looks like his turret ring's damaged along with losing his commander. T1 fight not quite over yet. Nagatron's going to get pinned. Striker needs to watch out because down below... Oh, hey, cute move. Nagatron's he's parked himself in the little garage.
It's going to make Striker come to him.
He's a very tiny target.
Oh, Canada gets hit from Jackie Rudo from far away, 321. Dodoma hangs for a bit, cover the retreat, and falls back. Another shot through the keyhole! Canada gets hit for 379.
Canada, stop. Canada, please.
Right through here. It came from friction.
T1 fight on the hill. Striker takes 12 damage. Nagatron goes down. We have a winner.
Canada is at 50% health.
Oh, here's the fight.
And now they're pushing up. Friction gets hit for 730. Tying up some of that HP value here. Another shot fired against Savagey. He gets hit.
Rylax moving in from the north. And Dodoma, along with Canada, surprise, surprise, finds Friction.
Canada gets tracked, pulling his tank to the left. Friction's waiting to get the kill, and Jackie Rudo from far away gets it. Militant's in trouble.
What a low roll. Militant is at just 4 hit points now. And Rylax finally gets the kill.
Man, Militant counting his lucky stars, but not long enough for him to get a shot. Soviet's going to push up.
Reverse angling, Doc Golem, Friction. Line it up. Soviet pushes out, says, I don't even care. And here comes FNATIC realizing they need to go forward. Nice shot from Friction on the move.
Soviet's so low. Antonio Handsome, though, can get a nice flank shot. He gets it from Doc Golem. Jackie Rudo is hit again. Moves up to the cover on the side. Friction's going to pull back and then move forward.
Bounce.
It's a bounce against Doc Golem.
Ooh, Rylax may be able to get the finishing blow. FNATIC gets a
Gets
kill. FNATIC might be... They might drop this one. Surprised.
I have to focus on the flag. Striker pulls away from the flag cap. Jackie Rito gets hit for 415. Striker is able to leave intact. Relics and Arg may duke it out here soon.
Antonio knocks over a little tiny building. Relics in a fight wins against Arg. Now he's gonna have to take on Striker from the south if he has any hopes of winning that T1 battle. It's very important right now that Relics is... Relics. That was important. I was talking about the importance.
However, look at the amount of HP Antonio Handsome has. Is he reloading, though? He fires against Relic.
He is loaded now.
Rylac gets the kill. He took way too much damage, though. Dodama falls.
It's all right. There's a crossfire under Rylac, possibly.
Oh, Jackie Rudo is so low. 29 HP.
Antonio might be able to get the kill, or at least pull guns. Spots Doc. Jackie wants to...
Oh, there's one shot that's missed. Doc Golem's able to hit Antonio.
Here it comes.
Can they get Doc Golem? They get it. It's Rylac versus Jackie Rudo. Antonio gets the shot, tracks him, pulls him. Jackie Rudo fires, gets the kill. Antonio Hansen pulls out and gets the hit for 906 in the volley.
This is a classic situation Rylac was caught in. He cannot look both directions at once. He has only one gun, one turret, and they're able to split his gun. And one tank looks out, backs off. He looks the wrong direction. The other guy pops on out. Now Jackie Rudo and Antonio Hansen are reloading. They're going to split up, and they could actually reasonably go down to T1s. They just have to wait for their reload. One of them is going to go down to Rylac, I expect. Striker.
It's Antonio
Hansen. Don't broadside, Antonio. Don't do that. Striker, shoot at him. Striker. Striker doesn't shoot at him.
They still have a lot of time. A minute left.
Wow, only 12 damage out of that whole volley. This actually could work out really well for Jackie. Where's that IS-3? Rylac.
Rylac is down the G line, golf line. He's next to the two smoldering tanks here. 44 seconds left. Rylac's going to push down to the south. Antonio spotted. He takes down Striker. Rylac, however, is going to see him. Can he get the shot against Antonio? He can't. Antonio waiting for him. No! He didn't have the turret at his side. And now Jackie Rudo. Oh, my goodness.
He's spotted, though.
Jackie
okay,
Rudo
here's the
spotted.
thing. Rylac has 316 hit points. He is a high roll, as far as I'm concerned. With an average damage of 300 per shell from Jackie Rudo of 5100, he will have to fire twice into Rylac in order to get the kill. If he gets a high roll, could work. Could.
This is so close.
But the chances of that are rather slim, less than 50%.
Rylac is going to pull Jackie Rudo to him. Jackie, 29 hit points. Rylac, 316.
Jackie has to find something cute to do. Good driving is going to win him the day. He has to go around this. Go around. Yep. Takes a right. Don't take a left. Good. Straight on. Where's the IS-3?
He's right next to the flag cap. He's right next to the flag itself. He's in front of the church. He's baiting out the 5100 come to him.
He knows the way Jackie's going to go. He's already metagamed it. He's predicted it. Jackie's going to cross. He's on the move at the same time.
He sees him. Rylac can't get the shot, though. Jackie moves just in time. But Rylac's going to adjust his position.
What timing. Rylac, if he'd been sitting still, would have had it.
Oh, Rylac is set. He's set to get the shot as soon as Jackie pops up.
Jackie might turn around, or he might go for cute driving. This is important right here. He
38
can't knock over,
seconds.
and he knocks it over.
38 seconds.
And he knocks over.
35 seconds. 30 seconds.
Oh, he's looking the right way. Rylac, you genius.
He's waiting for it.
I think this head game is just so back and forth. Which way are you going to come out? Which way do you think I'm going to come out? Which way do you think that I think?
Jackie comes out. He bounces a shot and into the tracks of Rylac, and Rylac gets the kill. River of Blood puts a point on the board.
Wow.
Oh, man. So close. That shot went into the tracks. He had his tank in the perfect position for the tracks to get hit.
Rylac MVP.
Wow.
He was looking the right way every single time. The only time when he made a mistake in that engagement was that he actually moved at the exact moment when Jackie actually crossed the first time. He was moving up because he thought, maybe I missed Jackie. Jackie hasn't shown up. he was just a little bit impatient. And that's actually the thing a lot of people do. Seconds seem to go a little bit quicker when you're sitting there in a high-tension situation. You think, he should have been able to make it here. He should be past this by now if he's moving as fast as he can, if he's trying to be fluid with it. No. Although if Jackie had decided just to approach from the south in the first place, he would have actually probably won in that engagement. It's just that that's the first option everyone thinks of, and so it's immediately out the window, which could be why it would have actually been the best option, because it's the one option can't do. So it is the one option you can do in that weird high-level metagame of things. Simple solutions.
Tankception, man.
Yes.
Tankception. 8 for 10 were the shots from Rylak. He did 2,110 damage in that battle. Doc Golem, 7 for 7 for 2,680. Dodoma, he was 6 for 8. And we're just about ready for the next battle. It's going to take place. It's going to be on mines. Oh, man. Battle number 4 between River of Blood and FNATIC. FNATIC is up 2-1, but River of Blood was able to win it in the last number of seconds, man. That was crazy. That was close. What do we have for tanks?
For tanks, I'm looking at a Pershing, 2 T-69s, 1390, and a WZ-132 for the side of FNATIC. River of Blood in the blue. We'll have a T-32, 2 T-69s, and 2 1390s. Now, last time FNATIC brought 2 1390s, I believe, Jackie was not in a WZ-132 mounting the 100 mil. No smoking sign on the side of his tank again.
Yeah.
This time we've got consistent fire mixed with an autoloader. Should work out pretty well, especially if Jackie can get there very early on, block a tank, and ensure its death. He might be able to catch Canada.
Jackie.
Beautiful track shot onto Canada.
And he's blocking him. He's blocking him. He's blocking him. Antonio Handsome gets a shot again. The T-69s are going to destroy Canada. Nice job. That's how it's done with the WZ-132.
That's perfect. Now, the reply from River of Blood could actually bring this one back. If they come up and over, don't even care about the T-69s. They've wasted a few shells in other tanks. They'll be reloading, and that's a window of opportunity for River of Blood. Now, Dodoma has to just delay long enough on the top of the hill.
Savage G and Doc Golem were trying to take down Friction while Milita and Antonio Handsome were pulling back. They were loading. Friction is taking a lot of damage from these 3 tanks. Is he trying to bait him out? Just say, come fire at me, leave the autoloaders alone?
He probably doesn't have any other options right now.
Yeah.
The window is closed. Soviet, Jackie Rudo are able to now focus their attention on tanks below the hill. T1's fighting elsewhere. Relics has taken some damage. Striker has gone down. After Soviets reloaded, this is going to be a cleanup time.
17 Doc Golem. Harlow Rylak still trying to put some damage against Jackie. He's going to fall back, though, a little bit. Savagey tries to cover him. Friction is still being targeted by Savagey as well. Doc Golem tries to set that up.
T1 in the north, spotted. Arg is on his way back to the base. And Soviet doesn't look like he cares. Doesn't care.
Savagey gets hit. 252. Turret is damaged.
I guess Soviets decided we're just going to move in from the flank. Antonio Hansen, Militant 83 are moving up. And Jackie Rudo moving on in. Fires, puts it into the dirt. But now Soviet gets to unload into Rylak.
Friction baits out 3 shots from Savagey. Only 1 connects. And that means only 1 is left for Savagey. Will he get Friction? No. Doc Golem gets taken down by Jackie Rudo. Savagey is about to fall. And Arg, the last one alive, is up against Nagatron. Nagatron's going to be running from and waiting for the reload. Turns around, fires, and he gets the kill. Boom! Shakalaka from FNATIC in that incredible battle on mines.
All right, GG.
Whew.
That's one way to finish it off. I was sitting here thinking, all right, we're going to have an actual slow mines game. I was not wanting to see one of those again. I hate slow mines games more than anything because it's just such a fast map where you actually have a fight on the hill. It's beautiful, it's tactical, and it's how you brawl. And that was good to see that we had Jackie Rudo and Soviet fighting together very well. It used to be Nagatron and Soviet last season, and they were great.
Nagatron's taking more of an overmind type control of the team, but look at this. Canada gets tracked, blocked by Jackie Rudo, and Antonio Handsome and Militant know to push up and get the kill against them. Beautiful, tactical, well-timed play from FNATIC. No hesitation coming out of those T-69s.
And with that, you have to also note that Jackie Rudo didn't keep backing up. If he would have kept backing up against the 1390, he would actually have exposed himself to the tanks from River of Blood below the hill. If he moves forward, lets Canada get away, Canada's going to go down anyway, let's not block him any longer and waste my hit points. That was a smart move by Jackie, understanding when to let go. Because after a point, you just have to let it go.
It was no slow minds play, but it was plenty of mind games that we saw in the battle before that one. But well played by FNATIC, and River of Blood was able to take a battle off them. An improvement, a measured improvement, as they do not want to be the Cinderella story once again. And since they have 1 win under their belt, they have 3 league points. FNATIC has now 6 league points. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the third match of the night, Refuse to Die versus Gong Fu. Stay tuned.